Hi, my name is Kathy Travers, and I've had the privilege of being a math tutor for 1 year.
My name's Greg Johnson. I've been a reading buddy. This is my second year.
The objective of the Math and Reading Buddy program is to improve literacy rates and mathematical capabilities of struggling youth and to mitigate social inequities caused by historical discrimination and unequal access to education through one-on-one tutoring. While test scores are an important part of the measuring success, they do not tell the whole story of the power of the Math and Reading Buddy programs. The relationship built, the mentorship, the attitude towards self and school, the increased attendance, and the excitement to learn are difficult to quantify, but are the most powerful aspects of this program.
My name's Casey Vandeventer, and I am the Title I Professional Learning Coordinator with a focus on numeracy. I do their trainings, so we train in the summer, we do Math Buddy meetups once a month, and then I do site visits. So I go to the schools where we have our buddies and visit the tutors with their students, and I screen the kids. So I test them 3 times a year to check their progress.
The Math and Reading Buddy program is committed to highly trained volunteers. We train our volunteers 3 to 5 hours and offer monthly continuing education opportunities for them. Research shows that a trained volunteer can be as effective as a professional in that one-on-one tutoring space.
My name is Rebecca Kirby, and I am the building principal at McGregor Elementary in Springfield, Missouri. So it really started at Weller. I worked at Weller when Tina was working on getting the Math Buddy program kind of off the ground, and we worked kind of pretty closely together initially to try to figure out how would we identify students, what would the structure be, where would they meet, how often could they meet. And I was able to see the benefit of the work that they did at Weller. And when I found out that I was going to be at McGregor, I knew I would be serving a student population that was in even greater need than the students at Weller, and I wanted to see that work continue in my future building.
Our math buddies volunteer at Pittman, Weller, and McGregor schools. These schools have free and reduced lunch rates well above the district average of 52%, 66%, 83%, and 89% respectively.
We choose students who are of the highest need. So we're looking for first and second grade students that just need somebody to come alongside them and support their math development. We have a lot of students at McGregor that don't have an opportunity to develop the foundational skills that are necessary to be successful in math. And Math Buddies, the way the program has been designed to correspond with ABMR, Math Buddies really fill in the gap for students. It's very systematic. They test the students initially to determine what their gaps are and where to start them. And then they work one-on-one with the kids. And it also provides the kids like a really fabulous opportunity to have an adult in their life that they can really look up to.
My reading buddy was very reticent about her interaction with me last year for probably 2 or 3 months out of the year. But then toward the end of last year, it got to the point where when I walked in, she would come almost tackle me. And then she, at one point this year, told me she loved me.
The impact that a volunteer has on the life of a student, when that student knows they don't have to be there. The volunteer is coming because they choose to, because they care about that student. And the consistency of that safe, encouraging adult in their life every week, showing up for them, excited to see them, encouraging them, has a power that is not easily measured.
They come in, the Math Buddies are prepared, they come, they're very dependable. And so sometimes that's new for our kids, a dependable adult. And then all the activities are based in play. And so it really gives them the opportunity to both develop skills, but then also play with an adult who's coming to school specifically to invest in them.
One of the red flags identified in the Springfield Community Focus Report is the achievement gap. Our volunteers are able to engage with students and help them overcome that learning gap, the difficulty that they may have had, not just because they may be under-resourced in their home or historically underrepresented, but COVID was a real struggle for many of our students, and we are still recovering from that.
over half of our students are exceeding their grade level expected growth on their grade level standards, and almost 90% of them are growing in their foundational skills. So the fact that they're transferring it to their classroom skills is a huge indicator of progress.
So we actually tracked the data initially because we wanted to know when students leave the room to go to Math Buddies, there's a kind of a cost analysis. Is the program worth having students out of the classroom and away from their classroom teacher? And so we really tracked them pretty closely. And we found that students who had not made any growth, basically from starting school into first or second grade, were within a semester outpacing their class in terms of average growth on our standardized assessment.
In the Reading Buddy program, the volunteers helped 86% of the students improve their reading level. 11 students went from below grade level to reading above grade level. In the Math Buddy program, 42% of participants exceeded a year's growth on the district's universal screener. We know that our program works. We have the data to support it. We are so excited about the opportunity the United Way grant has given us to open up our volunteering to anyone 18 and older. Historically, the Reading Buddy program was only available for 55 and older, and now anyone who is an adult can volunteer, meet with their student 30 minutes once a week. Some of our volunteers are college kids that are going between classes, and some of them are professional people who are taking their lunch break to go and make a difference in the community.
The Math Buddy program provides a very critical link to community volunteers, the school system, and most importantly, the students who participate. Everyone benefits. The volunteers, who have had an outstanding training, receive a great sense of giving back. The school system profits from the extra support, but mostly the students benefit from the one-on-one instruction they receive. The joy I receive from Math Buddies is definitely one of God's very, very special blessings.
Just the reaction of the various teachers in the school would indicate why it's important. You would think that I gave everybody this, and every one of those teachers and the support staff, you would think that I'm bringing them in $1 million every time I step in there, because they're almost fawning over me because of how great the need is. And it's not just about the reading. It's the fact that there's an adult in the room, and that adult is playing a meaningful role in the life of that one particular person, but the other kids light up too. So without this kind of a service, without this kind of an opportunity, without this sort of giving back to the community, I don't know how many reading buddies and reading math buddies there are, but let's just say there are 100. There are 100 kids that will not have as much of a chance about life and learning a particular skill like math or reading, were it not for Reading Buddies. Reading Buddies is essential.
Thank you so much, United Way, for continuing to fund our program to help us impact the lives of our community.